It's time for our monthly View from the Capitol with Congressman Thaddeus McCotter. This month, things are getting a little spooky on the Hill. Congressman McCotter joins us. Good to see you.
Nice to see you. I must admit that I was stirred by your rendition of Together Again by the Muppets.
I was singing a little earlier. It's true.
It moved me to hit the mute button.
Wow. There are some ghosts on the Hill. Is that right?
Yes, there are.
They're laughing at me. The studio is mocking me.
They're laughing with you. Now, we're going to explore the dimmest, deepest recesses of the Capitol to see some of the ghostly legends, such as the Senate Ghoul or your favorite, the Demon Cat.
All right, well, let's take a look, being that this is your last segment with us and all. These spooky stories of Capitol Hill are as old as the building itself. Some may be myth, others hauntingly true. You can be the judge of that. We begin in the Capitol crypt.
And the legend is that right there was supposed to be a flame, an eternal flame, like at Arlington. Instead, the reality is that's where George Washington was supposed to lay in state. So the people could come by and they could look through a hole in the ceiling from the second floor and see the father of the country.
But President Washington had other plans and decided to be buried at Mount Vernon. The crypt never came to be, but the legend did.
There is some mention, like in an 1884 visitor's guide, of a crypt keeper. And that conjures up the legends of the ghoulish-looking individual carrying a little torch to keep this eternal going.
There was never any eternal flame or its creepy keeper, just a simple circle marking the exact center of Washington, D.C. Up next, the Demon Cat that roams the Capitol grounds and the case of wet cement. It's very hard to see, but they're little cat footprints. What are they?
These are the basis of the legend of the Demon Cat.
The Demon Cat?
The Demon Cat. What you have here is, in the old days when there were mice running around the Capitol, they had cats to catch the mice. Once the cats had caught all the mice, they got rid of the cats. There's no supernatural aspect to it. The problem is now that the cats are gone, there's no one to get rid of the two-legged rats that infest the place.
Finally, our spookiest stop of all, the old Supreme Court, where a construction mistake in the 1800s turned deadly, and many believe one still remains.
Once there was a Capitol Hill police officer in here late at night, didn't see the Demon Cat. But when he was in here, he felt something cold and clammy grab him by the shoulders and start shaking him and whispering evil things in his ears.
Get out of here.
I thought it was a senator myself. But he shook himself free and ran out.
There was only one way to test the tale and send in the snarky congressman. You sit in here for an entire night and see what happens.
Can I have an ashtray and Doritos?
What I'm gathering from all this is that you have a real problem with senators.
What I'm gathering is that you and your little Igor, Richard Martin, have shabbily treated me. And that in many ways, I come here as tribute to your gods of the ratings.
This isn't the Hunger Games.
No, but it's, it's less mercy here. And I feel as if I've been mauled by a demon cat.
Wow. Well, Richard Martin is our editor who does a wonderful job, so you can take that up with him.
No, you're you.
What are we doing next month?
I think next month we're going to interview my colleagues, Representative La Tourette, Representative Ross Layton, about how things that are donated by other countries to the United States actually get donated and become American traditions.
And then the month after that, you're playing baseball.
Baseball.
Which I can't wait to see. Not softball, baseball. What position?
I play left field and left out.
On that note, Congressman, we'll see you next month.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll be right back.